affirmative action no longer a factor for college admissions, meaning race will not be considered. Now, given that Huntsville is a college town, Fox 54 wanted to know how universities are processing this. Our Sedona Meadows spoke with a few in Sedona. What are they saying?
Yeah, Kanisha, I think because this ruling is so new, higher education institutions here in Alabama are wondering the details of this beyond the initial admission into schools, more so when it comes to the selections process for specific majors or programs that have more limited spots. There's questions about the details of this 6-3 decision in the Supreme Court today that struck down affirmative action in college admissions. Higher education institutions can no longer use race in their admissions policies and must look for different ways to achieve diverse student bodies. According to the Alabama Commission on Higher Education, here in the state, race has not been a part of admissions decisions prior to the Supreme Court ruling.
In Alabama, we haven't used race in admissions decisions to be admitted into an institution. There may be occasions where there are particular majors for which there's only limited capacity, where we may have identified slots for individuals. The question is whether the Supreme Court ruling has implications for that.
There are some designated funds at the state level addressing students in particular majors where they're underrepresented.
In Alabama A&M and Athens State have a minority teacher program, and then some work that we do with all our research universities is we have an SRAB Minority Scholars Program where we actually select minority students to receive about $25,000 to $50,000 a year to help them finish their doctorate degree.
So the question remains if this ruling will affect specific program admissions.
It may impact some of the initiatives that the institutions may have and that the state has supported in the past for providing funding for students that are admitted to other programs.
Fox 54 reached out for comment from different higher education institutions here in the state. The University of North Alabama stated, quote, "The University of North Alabama values diversity, different perspectives, and the individual experiences of those who attend, engage, and participate at all levels of the institution. However, the university does not consider a student's race or ethnicity as a determinative factor in admission decisions," unquote. And the University of Alabama in Huntsville stated, quote, "We are assessing the court's ruling, but we have complied and will continue to comply with applicable laws and accreditation standards regarding admissions," unquote.
And I can assure you that our institutions will adhere to what the thinking is on addressing this appropriately.
And higher education institutions across the country will need to look into their admissions policies and comply with the Supreme Court's ruling.